fall. You tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. Win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah.
When the lights are out and you stumble in the dark, you kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. To get you, don't forget to get you. 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 You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. To get you, don't forget to just call on me. To get you, don't forget to just call on Just call on me. Just call on me.
I've been holding on, I wouldn't let you go. 'Cause every time I try, you find a loophole. I've been slamming the door and just leave you cold. When I come back, you've heated up the South Pole. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I run away, hit the road, and it almost rain, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back, just like a boomerang, just like a boomerang, just like a I keep on spinning like a boomerang. You know exactly where to push or pull. And I am going mad just like you knew I would. You're reading me like an open book. You know me better than I ever thought you could. You see my body rush for the escape, while my heart wants to stay. I run away, hit the road, and it almost rain, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back, just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. My head is spinning on my shoulders, so what's the use of trying, baby? All the ways they lead to you, you're like a magnet pulling me in. I run away, hit the road, and it almost rain, but I keep turning back just like a boomerang. You're like a backseat ghost telling me to stop. No matter what you do, I keep on coming back, just like a boomerang, just like a boomerang, just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang, just like a boomerang. I keep on spinning for you, like a boomerang. I keep on spinning like a boomerang. Room is filled with silence. We're alone and frightened. All we do is lie. Throw away our labor like a piece of paper, gone and won't be found. And ooh, 'cause you were not wrong. And ooh, 'cause we are not one. You've blown out the last ray and buried us in cold waves. I'm dancing in the mess you left behind. Oh, now it feels like something's watching me. I turn my head around to see if the stalker is you, but all I see is rain. And ooh, 'cause you were right all the time. And ooh, 'cause we are not fine. You've blown out the last ray and buried us in cold waves. I'm dancing in the mess you left behind. Oh, now you don't know me, can't control or own me, but you're the one who's playing with my mind. Yeah. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. Yeah. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. Ooh, I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. You've blown out the last ray and buried us in cold waves. I'm dancing in the mess you left behind. Now you don't know me, can't control or own me, but you're the one who's playing with my mind. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. So I'm just dancing in the mess you left behind. Room is filled with silence. We're alone and frightened. All we do is lie. We're running out of light. Time is changing day to night. Lines are fading out. And we're dancing in the park. Nothing's wrong with when I start. 'Cause you look better in the dark. Oh, counting days, I made it through without someone like you. We're running out of light. Time is changing day to night. And you keep asking why. I'm out of control. Oh, my body and my soul don't wanna be whole. Oh, for you I'm just unknown, and you're not that someone who will find my heart and bring peace to my mind. So move on, 'cause I will find the way on my own. Now life is happening and I don't wanna miss a thing.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Personal Branding Made Easy. This is the live course creation of Personal Branding Made Easy. What is live course creation, you may ask? Well, I am actually creating a course that we are going to be selling at the end. But I'm doing it live because I teach so much better when I teach it live. So this very first lesson, I just want to let you, this very first lesson, there's going to be a bit of housekeeping. I will also be showing you how to use and where to go in a few places, and it will be a little bit longer than the rest of the trainings. And what we do at the end of this is I will actually cut it up and turn it into little segments and lessons inside of a course. So you are actually watching a live course build right now. Now, for those who are just joining us and you're watching on the live stream or you're on replay, let me know where you're tuning in from. I want to know whereabouts in the world you're tuning in from and what made you join this training. All right, now also we've got some amazing VIPs. Hey, VIPs. Hi, everyone. Turn on your cameras. Give me a look at your beautiful faces. Where are you all? Hey, there they are. Hello. So our VIPs are starting to come on into the room right now. So what we'll be doing is we'll be running our training, and then at the end of the training itself, we actually jump on out and we do chats and answer questions and spend extra time with myself and my team and these beautiful VIPs in the house. And I see a few are in the waiting room. Kat's juggling lots of things. I'm just going to let them in for you, Kat. Awesome. All right. So if you would like to join us in the VIP room, then you can do so by that little link that's kind of hovering around down there at the bottom. We've got a special offer. Eventually, we will be selling this course for $297. So once it's completed, the price is going up. But if you want to be part of the VIP experience, then you can join us now. Come on into the room. And for only $47, you'll get the course, all of its updates, all of the bonus training, and get to be a VIP with us. Pretty cool, right? Awesome. All right. Well, actually, I should introduce myself. If we are, whoops, wrong button. Come back here. It's hitting. And VIPs, can you please mute yourself? Thank you. All right. So for those who have not yet met me, I'm Sally Sparks Cousins. I'm your in-house automation nerd, lover of sexy numbers, and I have been a graphic designer and in the branding industry for over 25 years, teaching at universities and TAFEs and working for lots of large companies doing complete rebrands from all of the visual assets from storefronts and car wraps and books and like anything you can think of that would be part of personal branding. I've probably done it. And this particular program is really a passion project of something that I've always wanted to do. I'll tell you the truth. I actually started this course a few years ago and I never finished it. We were only an up-and-coming business. We didn't have a lot of students, and a lot of students kind of dropped out, and then I just kind of threw it in the bin. So this time around, I'm completing the whole thing. We already have over 50 students enrolled in this program. All of our founding students who were lucky enough to sneak in early and get into this program, but also we have some VIPs who are joining us and will be contributing to the build. Now, this is what happens with the build. I come in here live and I teach and I do questions, and then we also spend time with the VIPs. The reason why I love to do it this way, there's a couple of reasons. One, I get to pivot and change and shift the training based on the students' needs. Therefore, if I see a need or somewhere where people are getting stuck, I can add additional training and resources during this time. I get lots of feedback from the VIPs along the way, so that we can improve it. And also, I'll tell you, it helps a lot with our marketing message at the end when we're actually going to market with this program, because we're getting lots of verbiage and messaging and all the good things from the VIPs along the way, and also you guys inside of the challenge group as well. Now, you will see, you're very lucky to be here. Some of the training is available for the free challenge, which our free challengers will be getting access to, but there's also additional training that's going into the larger big course that we're selling that our founding students are in also. And with that, you will notice that some of the lessons won't totally be aligned with the challenge portion, but for all of our founding students, you get access to everything. So all of the bonus lessons, the additional workbooks, all of those are available for you as well. So if you think you're missing out, come join us in the VIP room because you will get absolutely everything. So let's see, for those who are watching on the live stream, let us know where you're tuning in from. I can see Amanda. Hey, Amanda Sutherland. How are you, beautiful lady. So nice to see you. Amanda was, she's a long-time sparkler and used to actually be on Team Sparkle, but now she runs her own drama school down in Tasmania. We've also got VIPs in here. We've got Rachel from Perth. We've got Jacqueline from Dallas, Trisha from Melbourne, Laura from Massachusetts. Look at you all joining us. Yay. Karen from New Mexico. Awesome, guys. So like I said, this is going to be a very long lesson because we've got lots of things to be sharing with you. So the first thing I want to share with you is in regards to the Facebook group itself. So let me come to here and show you inside of the Facebook group. So let's just come to the top of the, because I'm going to edit this later and put it in the welcome area, okay? So here we go. Actually, we've got to start with this little welcome one here, right? This is me resetting now for the filming of the course. Welcome to Personal Branding Made Easy, and we are just getting stuck in with you, and I'm going to share with you as you're joining us inside of this group. And before you get stuck into all the lessons, you want to begin in the pre-training area. Now, you will find the pre-training area in the guides section of the Facebook group. So let us head over to the guides section. Here we are inside the Facebook group, and you will see along the top here is lots of things you can click on, but the one you're looking for is guides. If you click on the guides area, you will see right now we have the pre-training area. So you want to go through each of these little questions all the way through here, and then at the very end, you will be able to claim your very first pre-training badge. And once you claim your pre-training badge, you need to make sure that you post it and celebrate inside of the Facebook group. Now, let me show you how you actually claim your badge and also all your future badges as well. So let's head on over into the product. So if you are in the actual course itself, you will see down the left-hand side here inside of the course. Actually, let me just go back to the home screen for you. So when you log in to the challenge, you will see here, there's a little welcome video from me. And also at the top here, this is where the VIPs will have access to bonus material and all of the behind the scenes and all of these crazy bloopers that I make. And then for those who are just part of the challenge, you will come here and you'll see claim your pre-training badge. When you click on that, and this will happen for every single badge you claim throughout the challenge, you will be at the top here and you will click the start button and you will take a screenshot of the post that you did inside of the Facebook group, and then you will upload it by clicking on the upload button, choose the file, and then I'll just select a really small file so it's quick and easy to update. So you'll upload. Now it's not completely uploaded. You'll see it go to storing, and then you'll see the name, and then you need to ensure that you hit this submit button over here on the side so that it actually submits, and you'll see the big word completed, and then you'll get the email here, and then you post that badge in the group. You won't be able to post the badge until, so you just screenshot that you've completed the assessment, that's correct, and then you will submit your badge. Now, each of the badges will be available as you work your way through. Now, some of the trainings will actually come with a workbook. So you will see here under where you get to submit your first lesson for these people in the challenge, you will see under it is a little download button, and that's where you will find your PDF. Now, our VIPs are a little different. So if you're a VIP, you will have all of these sections available for you. So there's going to be, they'll all live here in under here, and you actually have additional workbooks under each of these. So today you will be getting the overview, the core values, the mission, and also the vision. And then once you complete those 4 tasks, you can claim your badge. Now, those that are part of the challenge, you've got a smaller challenge to do. Okay, so like with everything, we go loads and loads more things. So we've just got a VIP saying, I don't see the workbook. So if we click on overview, you'll see there's nothing in there at the moment because I still need to edit the video. And why is the workbook not in there? Okay, let me check. I actually uploaded all the workbooks this morning. Maybe I didn't hit save. Yeah. All right. Kat has the workbooks for you. I believe they will definitely be in the challenge VIP area. So I will have to remake this video. But if you don't see the workbooks, Kat's actually dropping them for you into the chat box. We did upload them this morning, but we may have only put it into this one product. This is what we call making a course live. So I just want you to know, guys, I'm going to have to remake that again. This is what happens when I make a course live, okay? I make mistakes. I'm literally building out everything as we go. I finished the workbooks this morning before we came in and uploaded them. I'm guessing I didn't hit the save button after I clicked the upload button, and that's why they're not showing. So for the VIPs, they are in the, Kat's dropping them into the chat box for you now inside of the Zoom room. And for those VIPs who are catching the replay, don't worry, once this video has been edited, or if Kat gets a chance to sneak, she's juggling many balls right now, she will attach them to the products for you as well. Awesome. All right. So that's a little bit of housekeeping in regards to sort of how it's going to work. So we've got 2 different groups of people coming through. We've got the VIP founders of Personal Branding Made Easy. And then we've got the challenge participants who are coming in and testing the waters and seeing if they like us. And if you're smart enough and you like what you see, then I recommend you upgrade to VIP at $47 before it goes up to $297. All right, so there we go. Now, before I go any further, do we have any questions? Christy says she's excited to get started. I'm excited to have you here. Hi. So I just want to go across to the VIPs. Hello, lovely VIPs. Do you have any questions at all before we get started on what I just covered, just so we can give you some clarity? Just all you need to do is raise your hand and it'll pop you up, because there's a lot of you in the room right now. It'll pop you up to the top of my screen. All right. Okay, Jacqueline. Yes, honey, how can I help you? If you want to unmute yourself, love.
Greetings.
Hi.
You were talking about the challenge, and then you were saying there was an overview. So do the VIPs do the
VIPs.
I mean, which one do we do?
Yeah,
we do it all.
You do it all. Yep. VIPs, founders, you get everything. So the challenge participants are getting like little pieces of the training, sort of to see what it's like. And if they want to really dig deep like you guys, they will actually then go ahead and eventually potentially buy the course later on. But you guys you're in as founders, baby. You get it all.
Okay. One more thing.
Yeah.
So on the upgrade to VIP, I don't have to upgrade again.
No. You joined. You're actually part of our founding students group. So you don't have to pay for anything extra. You get all of the Canva training, all of the personal branding training, and all of the list growth training that we're creating for you. You will not have to pay anything extra.
Okay.
Sound good?
Thanks, dear.
You're welcome, lovely. Any other questions in the VIP room that I can help you with before we move into the training? No other hands up? Awesome. Just please make sure you keep yourself muted. I'm just going through and muting those that are unmuted. Excellent. Kat's in the chat as well. And if you're out there in the live stream, then just drop your questions as well. We're totally listening to you guys out there in the live stream. And I can go like this and bring up your pictures onto the screen. See, look at those. And oh yeah, we've got, there's also a link that Kat, you'll have to drop so we can see who you are. There is a link so that you don't just come up with a little Facebook circle. Kat, we're streaming on my profile, my business page, and into the group at the moment, just because not everyone's made their way into the group, just letting you know. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, Let's reset for lesson number 1 that will be going into the group. Oh, hang on. I need the welcome one as well. Welcome to Personal Branding Made Easy. I'm so excited to have you here. Now, before we get stuck into the lessons, I have a few things I want to make sure that you're doing so that you get the best out of this. Now, I've got a few little tips and tricks that I like to do when I am attending any type of training, and I would love you to do the same thing. So I have 3, let me just grab them. I have 3 notebooks that I keep. I don't know if you've heard about my 3 notebook strategy, but I have 1 notebook for writing messy notes. So make sure you come to each of the sessions with a pen and a paper for taking messy notes. Then I have a second notebook for rewriting my messy notes, or you can use the workbook that comes with this training to rewrite your notes. Now, I want you to rewrite your notes within 24 hours of attending the training. Now, there's a big, huge reason for this. There is this thing that happens with our brain, and it's called the forgetting curve. And you will forget 80% of the information that you learn within 24 hours. So if you rewrite your notes within 24 hours, you will help yourself from forgetting, and it will bring your memory back to a lot of the content that you learnt along the way. Now, my third book is for your actionable tasks. So at the end of the training, you're going to have lots of things that you've learned, right, in your neat handwritten book or in the workbook. And then you're also going to have your actionable tasks that you need to do. Write those actionable tasks in the third notebook. And also in there, I always put like any recommended readings or anything else that's kind of come up as well. But actionable tasks. This way you can stay organized and you're going to make the best out of this training. So don't ever come to any session without a pen and paper when you're attending our training. All right, that's the end of that one. So now we're going to chop that little guy out and we're going to head in to the overview. Thank you. Look at these lovely comments coming in. And you're here in the UK. Well, you must love the Sparkle world. I love it. I love it. All right, here we go. Let's get ready for our next section. Welcome to our very first official lesson. We will start that again. Okay, we'll try that one again. Welcome to our very first official lesson in the Personal Branding Made Easy Challenge. Now, we couldn't get stuck into creating your personal brand without actually creating your foundations around who you are, what you represent, your values, your mission, and your vision for your business. So this lesson, I'm going to give you an overview of what each of these things are. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move across to here. We're going to chop this out. Big clap so I know where editors know where to cut from. And we're going to go to this one, Keynote. There we go. Moving. There we go. Okay, this is where we're going to chop. Oh, dear. So here we are. Now, I want you to first think about the brands that you purchase from, and you go back to over and over and over again. Even if there's a cheaper option out there, why do you choose each of the brands that you choose? So you may always choose the same airline to fly on, or maybe you go to the same coffee shop, or you like to go to the same grocery stores. Do you recommend specific restaurants to people when people come from, say, out of town to visit. You know, there's a very, very good reason why we tend to lean towards one brand over another. The reason we stay loyal to a lot of brands is because, first, of their values. The best brands actually strive to combine their physical products with the emotional part of their brand and the logical elements. And also they want to give an exceptional customer service. And they have a really good team around them, and they create an exceptional experience both for their team and for their customers. Now, nowadays, the values are much more visible inside of a company than, say, maybe their mission statement or their vision statement. But when you successfully create your brand and connect both with your customers and your employees, many of them will stay loyal with you for life. Now, this helps you to really increase the overall profitability of your business while also building a solid foundation for your brand while you continue to promote it. Now, together with, say, your elevator pitch, your value proposition statement, your values, your vision, your mission statements, all of these things actually create the core of your business plan. And anyone who reads through your values or your vision and mission statements, they should know exactly what it is that your business does. It also what it is that you're helping people with, and where you're going and where you plan to be and how you're going to get there. So in the coming few lessons, we're going to give you a step-by-step guide on how to actually write your core values, your vision, your mission statements. All right, so before we do that, let's go into a little bit of an overview of each of these three main things. So let's begin with your vision and mission and core values. These are a direction for everything that you do in your business. They help you to keep focused on where your business is going and what you're trying to achieve, as well as how you expect your people in your team to behave as well. Now, these are not intended to be like a straitjacket that restricts your business from being innovative and creating new initiatives, but they are intended to be a guide to the direction and the behaviors so that everybody has that common end that they want to achieve together. So the vision, the mission, and the core values truly form the foundation for your business. Now, the vision statement describes what your business will become in the future. It is a broad and inspirational statement that is intended to really raise up and support you, and also to show any stakeholders that you may have in the company what it is that you do and what that vision is for the future. Then your mission statement, this really defines how your business differentiates itself from other businesses in your industry. And it's more specific than the actual vision statement itself. And it is intended to show how all of the stakeholders' needs are going to be met. So the mission is more action orientated. And then finally, your core values. These are what help you to define how the people in your organization should behave. And you use it as a guideline for decision making. Now, these core values, you can write them yourself, or even better, if you have a team, you will write them with your team. So why should you create a vision and mission statement? Well, first of all of these statements are, why are you not shifting? Sorry, guys. I have to just fix something that's not working. Where has it gone? All right, we're just going to clap here for edit. Why? Maybe it's over here. Nope. There we go. What if I tip there we go. All right, let's try that again. So why should we create a vision and a mission statement? Well, first of all of these statements can help you to focus on what is really important. Although you may know that, you know exactly what it is that you're trying to do to improve the community and why you want to help them. But what can happen is you can lose sight of that as you get stuck in the day-to-day running of the business. And the vision and the mission statement, that is what reminds you of what's truly important and why it is that you started the business in the first place. Now, secondly, it gives your vision and your mission statements a really strong snapshot that you can show other people, whether it's stakeholders or individuals within your team, and they can see what it is that you want to accomplish. So it's great for others. And you will see there are lots of businesses out there that clearly will display their vision and their mission statements. But people want to learn about your business, your organization, without having to do all the hard work of kind of researching all that information. So when you can display these in a very clear and concise manner, this is a really efficient way for you to show others what it is you do, and it also helps you with your recruiting purposes as well. And finally, the vision and mission statements can help the members within your team or your clients to understand what your common purpose is. Now, not only do these statements themselves serve as consistent reminders of what is important in your industry or your business and organization, if you have a team, get them involved in the process. If you have them help you develop these, the organization and the business isn't just yours, it becomes theirs. And creating these statements can truly create a really cohesive business with all of the team members on the same page together. And you feel like you're walking hand in hand as you grow and scale your business. Now, a vision statement has other advantages as well. It helps you to draw people in to see what that common work is. It helps to also give hope for the future. It also helps to inspire the community so that they can truly realize what your dreams are through that positive and effective actions that you are taking. And it also provides a basis for developing all other aspects of your action planning around your business, whether it's your mission, whether it's your objectives, your strategies, your goals, your action plans. All come from knowing where you want to go, what that vision is for your business. Next is your mission statement also has loads more advantages. It can help you to convert those really broad dreams of that vision into a more specific, action-oriented term. So what are you actually going to do to get to that vision? It helps to explain all of the goals that you and any other interested parties are, and also it's got to be really clear and concise. And it also enhances your business and the image of your business because you come across as being competent and professional rather than just kind of a hobby business on the side if you truly have these mission and vision statements written out. So when done right, your core values, your mission, your vision, your goals, everything should tie together. You see, the trick is in actually understanding how each of these parts differ from each other and finding out how to tie them together. And this is what we're going to be doing over the next few lessons so that you can really dig deep and figure out what you stand for, what your vision is, and how you're going to get there. So up next, we're going to be digging into your core values. What is it that makes you you, and why are you doing what it is you're doing? Your mission statement, the action-oriented statement, and your vision statement. And in each of these lessons, we're going to discuss deeper the definition, what's in them, why we need them, and then, of course, you will be creating your own. All right, and let's come back to here and there we go. That is our overview. Sorry, get excited. Get ready to create all of those things in the next lessons. I'll see you on the next page. There we go. That's done, guys. That's part 1. Awesome, guys. So what I want to do before we go into our next lesson, like I said, this is going to be a longer one. I just want to head over to the VIP room and find from 3 people what a key takeaway is. So who wants to share a key takeaway with us? First VIP to raise their hand. Hello, VIPs. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Here we go. Who's going to share one key takeaway from that for us? A little aha moment. Don't be shy. Oh, look at these lovely comments coming in. I love it. Hey, Kara's in the house. Yes, Kara, please share away.
Oh, I appreciated the way that you said like the mission is the action, and that helped me differentiate between vision and mission.
Yeah, love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. 2 other people who's going to be brave enough to say, yes, I will share my key takeaway. Everyone's being very quiet. We've got lots of people in the VIP room, but everyone's being very shy. Jacqueline, please share. Unmute yourself, honey.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can, darling.
That's okay. You can call me Jackie too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I think but the light came on when you were talking about how the mission statement and the vision statement are different. And so I always thought they were pretty much the same. I always got clogged up with that too. So, you know, for you to bring clarity to that, and, you know, this course to bring clarity, you know, to my brand, you know, I think it's quite exciting. But yeah, that's what stood out for me.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, a lot of people get them very, very confused. And one other person who wants to share, you know, I'm always doing everything in 3s here, guys. So who else would like to share one key takeaway? Karen, please share.
Hi.
Oh, you've got to turn your, I think you're probably watching on a live stream, or you've got 2 devices running. So just mute one.
Does that work better?
That's better. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's your key learning?
So besides what the last VIP just said, I really appreciated the future vision. I
Yeah.
also appreciated the 3 notebooks.
I love that. Yeah, the 3 notebook strategy. I love it. I use it all the time whenever I go to conferences, and yeah, it's something that I've done for a really, really long time. So I'm so glad that you got that takeaway. Excellent, guys. Well, let's now head back to our next section, which is our core values. So let me reset for the filming of the course. So this is what creating a live course is. On the fly, baby, on the fly. Maybe I should change my scarf. Oh dear, I got this kind of hair thing going on up here. What's going on there? All right. So well, let's dig in now to your core values about you and why it is you do what you do. These are going to resonate with not only you, but any clients and team members. And your core values are truly what helps you in your decision making. I even have my core values sitting here on my desk all the time, because whenever I need to make a decision, I look at them and make sure that any decision, whether it's hiring and firing or anything that we do, is aligned with these core values. So let's dig into the training and let's teach you about what they are, and then also have you create your own. Are you ready? Let's dig in. All right, let's head on over to, I've got a couple of different sections I need to do for this one. So here we are, getting stuck into the definition of what and why you will be using your core values, and then we'll get stuck into how you can create them for yourself. See, your core values are what truly support your vision and the shape of the culture, and also reflect your company values. And your company has a lot of principles and beliefs, or also the philosophy around your actual values. And what I want you to do is to really limit your core values to around 5, okay? You can go a little bit above and beyond 5, but try not to. And once you get beyond it, the sort of the 5 core values, it can be a lot harder for your employees and your team to actually remember what they are. So trying to keep them around that 5. I think I broke the rule. I have 6, but around 5 is good. But, you know, you can break the rules, but please don't go over around 10 at the most. Okay, at like 9, I would say at the most. So let's now dig into... All right, here we go. Just resetting for these new sections. I need to see my dot points. What are core values? Well, that's the big question, right? Core values are fundamentally the beliefs. Whoops. Gee, Sally, hit the right button, would you? Go forward. Let's try that again. What are core values? Well, that's the big question. Core values are literally the fundamental beliefs of the person or the organization. These are the guiding principles on how you behave. They dictate your behavior and can also help people to understand the difference between what is right and what is wrong. Core values also help the company to determine if they're on the right path to fulfilling their goals by creating an unwavering guide that they follow. It will help you to keep in mind how you want to work. You know, if you have a quality in your business, or do you want to be creative, or do you want to be kind? So whatever the first things that come to your mind will actually help you here. So core values, also known as your guiding principles, because they form a solid core about who you are and what you believe and who you want to be and what you want to do going forward. It's not only the guiding principle that drives the ship, that's more on the mission statement, but rather the core values are actually a handful of key beliefs. What you choose that you want your company to do, how it shapes the actions, how it unites your employees, how it ultimately defines your brand. So we'll be writing down a few of these soon, and I've got a whole list to help you get started. Also, given the scope of core brands, I want you to have about a 5 to 9 core values on your list. Core values are traits and qualities that you consider not just worthwhile, but they also represent the individual's and the organization's highest priorities, the deep held beliefs, and the core fundamental driving forces. They are the heart, the true heart of your organization, of your employees, and what you stand for in the world. Your core values are intrinsic to forming your vision for your organization and what you want to present to the world as a whole business. The core values are fundamental to attracting and retaining the best, the most contributing employees, and also the types of people you choose to work with. Core values, they also define what you believe and how you want to resonate with the world, how you want to appeal to your employees and to the external world. The core values should also be integrated into your employees. You should be teaching these at least every quarter or every 6 months, so that they know that you're all on the same path and you all have the same beliefs. So, for example, the heart of your core values are, say, maybe you're in a successful small to medium-sized business and you have a certain way in which you want to serve your customers. So when you tell your company that you want your customers to feel cherished and loved, you need to know that your employees are also living that core value, making sure that everybody has that extraordinary customer experience and customer care. And it shapes your actions. So what you do will be determined upon what your core values are. I literally look at my core values. If I'm not sure what to do, I will look at my core values. So for example, if we have a really negative client, I will look at my core values and it says that we want to have good karma, to treat others as you would like to be treated. Well, do we keep that person in the business? Of course we try, but if they're not a good person, then they're not part of our brand values. And also, your clients, your customers, your vendors will see how your values are when you're running your business. You will hear me speak about our values consistently. Team synergy, how we work better together as a united group of entrepreneurs. Or action, solution driven, focusing on the solution and not the problem. So you'll be getting a lot deeper into this and learning how to actually write these very, very soon. But ultimately, this defines your brand. So core values, here's some guiding principles around what should be in your core values. Again, between sort of 5 to 9 core values, that 4 to 6 range is probably the best because it really helps to hold it front and center, and it's a lot harder to forget. When there's lots and lots of core values, they're hard to remember. You want to also use inspiring words and vocabulary. You see, our brains are really quick to delete and ignore mundane and commonplace words. So, for example, you also want to invoke and trigger an emotional response because they will actually mean more and be more meaningful. You want to play to your strengths when creating your values, and you also want to make your value statement rich and meaningful so that you can be inspired, you yourself, and also you'll be inspired to uphold them as well. So let's now move into your actual assignment when it comes to creating your core values. Are you excited? I'm excited to share it with you. Let's do this and get to the core of the matter. So you will find inside of your workbook a list of all of these core values. And what I want you to do is I want you to have these on hand as you work through the list of tasks and steps that you're going to be doing for this assignment. With these core values, you can use these, or feel free to go and Google and find more if you're not happy what is actually here inside of the core value list that I have put together for you. So this is what we're going to do first. This is super, super important, okay? This will be something that you'll do in the next day or so, but I want you to begin with a beginner's mind, because you see, it's so easy to assume that we know the answer at the start And therefore, we never embark on the creative and the personal discovery process. So I want you to adopt a beginner's mindset. So I want you to come in here with no perceived notions of what your values are, to give you access to the inner truth, which is in your which is beyond your conscious mind, something that you're not yet aware of. So this is how you'll do it. You'll take a deep breath, and I want you to empty your mind. Remember that your conscious mind doesn't have all the answers. I want you to create space for new insights, revelations as they emerge. I want you to get into the right mental and emotional state in this very first step. You see, creative expression is really strong when you allow yourself to be, have a sense of excitement and adventure and explore the world around you and continuously be learning. So as you work through these, I want you to brainstorm. Now, you can do this in the workbook that's supplied or on a whiteboard. It doesn't matter where you write these, but I want you to just start writing. There is no wrong answer here as you work through each of these questions. So what is it that you want to teach and represent to the world? What concepts and principles would you be willing to die for? And what's the most important thing to you in your life? Beyond the basic human needs of, eating and sleeping and money, but what is that experience that will truly fulfill you, that you want? The next thing I want you to do is we're going to take this a little deeper, and we're going to consider defining moments and experiences that you have actually had. So meaningful moments that really stand out and you feel that they have defined you as a person. So what was happening to you in those defining moments? What was actually going on in those defining moments? And what values were you honoring during those moments? So if you were going through a really hard time, were you focusing on the solution and not the problem? Were you trying to stay positive? Were you allowing yourself to feel the feels and know that you're going to get to the other side? What are those values that you held close to you through these defining moments? The next thing you will do is any suppressed values. So I want you to go in the opposite direction and consider the times where you were angry, frustrated, upset. What was going on in those times? What were the feelings? And then I want you to flip it around and think about what were some of the values that you were suppressing. So you were really angry and you wanted to throw things out the window, right? And you were letting the feels overtake. So what were some of those values that you suppressed that you wish you had actually upheld, right? Okay, so once we do that, then I want you to then move into step 2, and I want you to create a master list. Now, once you've brainstormed out all of this information, I want you to pull out that list of values or Google and find more values, and I want you to create a huge master list of values, those words together. Now, in step 3, you'll probably find once you've actually mapped out all of these words, you'll have somewhere in the vicinity of maybe 20 to 40 words on that master list. Okay, now that's too many. That's well without outside of our 4 to 6. But the next step is to chunk your personal values into related themes. Values, for example, could be accountability, responsibility, timeliness. They're all related. Or values like learning, growth, development. All of these relate to each other. Or maybe connection, belonging, intimacy. Again, these are all related. So I want you to group them now into those related groups. Once you've done that, then I want you to look through each of these, and each of these groups of values, I want you to look at them and think to yourself, which of all of these words represents the whole? So what's that centralized theme? So if you've got a group of values, maybe that includes honesty, transparency, integrity, candor, directness, truth, select a word that best represents that group. So for example, integrity might be the central theme to all of those values in that list. And keep in mind other words in the massive group that you made originally that you might find have more context to you and really stands out. So once you have all of these, then you will move into step number 5. I want you to now determine your core values. Okay, so this can be the hardest part. Once you've completed step 4, you will have a sizable list, and here you will have a few questions that will sort of help you to bring them down to that sort of 4 to 6 range. So what values are essential to your life? What values represent the primary way of being? What values are essential to supporting your inner self, your strengths? And as a unique individual, you possess all of these sort of strengths and weaknesses, and you need to choose the ones that matter most to you. And if you've got a team, to your team. Then what you'll do is I want you to rank them. So if you still got a huge list, I want you to start to then rank them in order of importance. This can be really challenging, and you may need to do this in multiple sittings. And after doing one round, I want you to sleep on it, think about it, meditate on it, do some mindfulness gardening on it, all right? You will revisit your rankings over the next couple of days and feel how they sit with you. Once you know how they sit with you, then what you're going to do is move into step number 7. This is where creativity now comes to play. I want you to highlight the values that are most memorable to you, and then I want you to create a sentence that articulates the meaning behind the value. Now, it'll give you the opportunity to make a more emotional and memorable connection. So here's a few tips for creating those statements, so these sentences at the end. So use inspiring words and vocabulary. You see, our brain will quickly ignore that mundane and the commonplace words, and invoke those emotional triggers, because again, it'll be more memorable and meaningful. Play with your strengths, make your value statements rich so that they inspire you, and also I want you to make sure that you are using no more than a sentence, and you can group some of those other words that you had in the larger group into that sentence. So what I want to do is share with you our brand values. Let me come back here, and I'm actually going to read them out to you. So this is our brand values, and as you work through the training, you'll create your own brand value card, and on the back of these have all our brand values. So our first brand value is synergy. So team synergy means united together. Our team works best as a united group of entrepreneurs. Sharing culture, it's about tribe building and to share the sparkle culture first and foremost, because we all sparkle here, baby. The next one is solution driven. So these are our, in regards to our personal and our business, okay? And so that we're growth, we've got a growth mindset. So always focus on the solution and not the problem to allow our business to move forward and to grow. The next one is self-empowered. So this is about making positive choices, because if you believe, so self-empowered is believe in yourself and that any obstacle is figure outable. Unique and authentic is about being an individual. We're a bit crazy here in the Sparkle world. Embrace yourself as you are and believe that you can. And the final one is good karma, right? And it begins with you to pay it forward. And our sentence is always treat others as you would like to be treated and help others along your journey to fulfillment. So these are our brand values. Now, I want you to remember that nothing is set in stone. Okay, you can change them, you can sleep on them, but I don't want you to stop working through this training because you haven't locked them in yet. These will be things that you will come back to time and time again. So your assignment for this one is, go to the right pip. That's this one. So what you'll do after you've actually come up with these is you will test each value. I want you to ask yourself the following questions. Once you've written your sentences and you've completed a walkthrough and you keep revisiting these and sleeping on them and reviewing them, ask yourself, how do they make you feel? Do you feel that they are consistent with who you are? Are they personal to you? Do you see that the values feel inconsistent, maybe, in your identity? And if they are maybe belonging to somebody else, like an authority figure or maybe some other society that are not really you, you may write them and then pivot and shift and think, oh, that really doesn't sit well with me. And also check your priority rankings. Do you feel that your values are in order of their importance? But remember, nothing is final. You can tweak them. You can change them. I don't want you to get stuck in indecision. So for all of our students, the next thing is I want you to complete the action task, and you will also find inside of your workbook, you will be able to download a Canva template to write your core values on and post them in the group and share them with all of us, even if you've only just got the words and the rankings. Don't stop, okay? Keep going. Don't let indecision and procrastination stop you from moving forward. You promise? There is no such thing as perfect. So don't let perfectionism slip in either. I want you to make a decision and then just post them. It's okay. They can change in a year or two or even next week. So download your Canva template, post them in the group. You will also submit the core values inside of to claim your badges. Now, for our students, you will need to do 3 tasks before you can submit your badges. For our challenge participants, you'll only have to do the next task, which we'll be moving on to soon. All right. So there we go. That is our core values. Now, I just want to let you know why this is an extended lesson. Let me come back to the room. This is an extended lesson because I was just going to do the value proposition statement today. And if anyone had seen the lesson plan that I had put out for this training, I was just going to do the value proposition statement and just kind of leave it as is. But as I was developing it, I realized that these values, mission, and vision truly needs to be done. And I didn't want to leave it out. I would feel like the program would be unfinished if I hadn't actually included them. So I'm teaching things that are really going to just be in the larger course, and we'll be pulling them out of the challenge. But I thought, well, while I'm here, I might as well do it. I was going to do it later and record them like by myself later on. And I thought, you know what? I'm already here. So for those that are joining us live and a part of the challenge, well, there you go. You're getting a sneak peek of what's going into the course before we remove it from the challenge group. And it will truly, truly give you a really robust brand as we come through. A lot of you are probably thinking, but I just wanted to do colors and I just wanted to do typography. Your brand is so much more than that. And what will happen when done properly, this is actually going to be part of your business for the long haul. These brand values, I wrote these back in 2015. They've been around for a while. They've actually shifted through a couple of different businesses that I had. Back when I was in network marketing, these were the brand values I wrote for my network marketing business. And as I shifted into the school, I pivoted just a couple of little words in the sentences, but they are still me. They are still part of our core values and beliefs. Now, we do have our team values that I write together as a team. That's an internal core values that we write together every year. We redo our team values because it allows the team to have insight and actually put their values and beliefs into them. But these are the external ones that we show everybody. So I'm going to head over to the VIP room now and look for some key takeaways in our core values. Who would like to share? I know there's a little bit of a delay inside of the VIP room based compared to out here. So they may be watching in the live stream. Who would like to share? Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Everyone's so quiet in here. Sarah, please, Sarah, what's a key learning for you for this lesson?
Well, I think that there's going to be a lot of work involved to doing this lesson, but I also think that it's really going to benefit my business and pull it together, because I find that I try and make decisions based on what feels good to me, but it's at the moment and it tends to shift over time. So I don't really have any consistency. And I think this is really going to help with that.
Yeah, I love that. We do all the time. Even how we're going to reply to an email, you know, if we get a really nasty client or even, you know, if somebody asks for a refund, we will look at our values and say, do they deserve a refund? So literally my bird has eaten this card so many times. I have to keep pulling out a new one probably every couple of months, but it lives on my desk because I reckon I grab it at least once or twice a week when I'm making a decision. Who else would like to share a key takeaway from this lesson? Please feel free to raise your hand or do some sparkle hands, baby. Don't be shy. If you want to share and you're too scared to speak, then you can type it in the chat box as well. And for those out on the live stream, let me know. So we've got Dorothy here says, I literally never thought about core values for my business. It feels like a game changer. I love that. That's a great It is, seriously. I remember when I went to, I actually did this with my business mentor years ago, and it just shifted the way I thought about my business. Because my business, even though it's not supposed to be your baby, it feels like it, you know. My baby is my daughter and, you know, and my puppies. But it does feel like your baby when you're an entrepreneur and you really, really want it. Janet says, I love this. Yay. We updated our mission and value minimum of once a year with a quick relook every quarter. Exactly. When we had some staffing problems a little while ago, what we did was we realized that we were only redoing and looking at our values once every 12 months. And what had happened is within 12 months, we had a lot of new staff coming in, and then we had a bit of friction within the team, and we realized that we weren't telling and sharing our team values more regularly. And it was a very big learning curve for us to lose 3 staff members in the matter of a couple of weeks. And, you know, we're only a small team, so we halved, which means our workload quadrupled. So thank you for everybody who's been very patient with us, double booking things. But we now know we need to be doing these every quarter. And I actually mentioned this in one of my coaching groups to other life coaches, and they said, you should be doing your values every quarter. And I'm like, we totally should. And it was a huge eye opener for us as well. All right, let's now move into mission. All right. Wondering why I'm clapping? It's easier for the editor to find the peak. Now we're going to talk about your mission statement. The mission statement is an action-oriented statement that I'm going to help you develop right now. So let's dig in. All right. I'm going to go over to this pip here. So here we are, we're going to work through and we're going to talk about the definition of what a mission statement is, why you need it, why it's important, and then of course we're going to get stuck into the activity for you to develop your own mission statement. A mission statement is what your company actually does, right? It's your mission. It should be short and easy to memorize. A lot of companies get this wrong and they end up using really big, fancy words that don't really tell us anything. Your mission statement should also be specific enough that people understand it, even if they don't exactly know what it is you do, right? And it should also highlight how you differ from your competitors. So, what is a mission statement? The next steps of your planning process is to get grounded into what your mission statement is. So, compared to your vision statement, your mission statement is more practical. All right. It's what your organization's mission is and describes how you're going to do things. And for example, you might say promoting care and caring at the end of life through advocacy, right? So based on that, it's end of life care that company does, right? Mission statements also are very similar to your vision statements but your vision statement looks at the bigger picture. However, your mission statement, it's more concrete and it's action orientated. So, what you'll find is when you're creating your vision statement, it's what you inspire to be, what you dream to be, where your mission statement inspires you to take action. The mission statement is also, it will tell you or the people reading it, it will refer to the problems such as inadequacy in housing or what is the goal that you're trying to achieve. So maybe it's universal health care. So what you want to do is you don't want to go into great detail about it, but you want to hint at it very broadly, okay? Because what it's going to show you is what you are, who you are, and why you do it. So here are some things that you want to ensure that you have in your mission statement so that you can get your point across in just one sentence. What you want to do is make sure that you are concise. You want to get a very short statement to get a point across in a single sentence. It has to be outcome orientated. So a mission statement explains the fundamental outcomes that your business is working to achieve. While your mission statement may make statements about, say, the group key goals, it's still very important that you do so very broadly. So a good mission statement are not limiting yourself to, say, the strategic plan or like a specific community sector, because then that allows you to go more broadly if the project or your business expands. So what I want you to do is to think about, and I've given you some examples here to help you with when you're putting your mission statement together to understand how these are showing your goals and outcomes and the actions that you're wanting to achieve. So here are some examples I've found for you. So there's a company called the Community Toolbox, and they're promoting community health and development by connecting people, ideas, and resources. Or Casa, who I did work for, and also I used to do their annual business plan and also their annual report design for them as well. So Casa have to provide healing for children, adults, and families affected by sexual assault to end sexual violence through counselling, education, and advocacy. I always struggle with that word. Or the Alzheimer's Association. They're on a mission to eliminate Alzheimer's disease through the enhancement of research to provide enhancement of care and support for all affected and to reduce the risk of dementia through the promotion of brain health. So some other larger companies that you may know is Google. Their mission statement is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Or Apple, to bring the best user experience to the customer through innovative hardware, software, and services. Or Nike, to bring inspiration and motivation to every athlete in the world. And they did have a little star there saying every person who has a body is an athlete. So let's now move into a really great activity that's going to help you create your mission statement. So get ready to blast off and take your business to the moon. So first we're going to define your mission statement. It has to be a one-sentence statement that describes your organization and why it exists. So ultimately, it's what you do and who and what you do it for. So there are 3 different people that this mission statement will call to. First is your internal. So it will inform others of external. It'll inform others of what you do. So your mission statement is a great way to summarize what your business is about, providing context for follow-up information on programs and services. It will also help for any staff that you have or maybe volunteers working within your business, and it will focus and motivate your team. So people will want to behave and people will want to believe in the work that they do, and your mission statement should be easy for your staff and volunteers to understand, remember, and own. And for your leadership team, so if you have leaders, managers within your business, it also is a strategic planning and decision-making tool. So by definition, you cannot prioritize everything, right? So having a mission statement will serve for your leaders as that guiding star when they're considering what it is that they need to prioritize when any new decisions are made or new initiatives, especially if you've got a visionary like me as the owner of the business who's constantly coming up with ideas. The managers and leaders of the business also need to be able to tell the visionary, the founder of the business, sometimes that's too many shiny balls. All right, so here are your guidelines around creating your mission statement. 1, clear. Easy to understand. So at this time, you don't want to be using big flowery words and showing off your amazing vocabulary, okay? Use concrete language and keep things simple. You can put the words into software called otter.ai and keep it at a grade 8 reading level. Okay, don't exceed a grade 10, but keep it at around a grade 8 reading level. It needs to be concise, short. There should be a H in there. That's imperfect action at its best. Short and to the point. Don't fall prey to like buzzwords and adjectives and string them together and make it all fluffy. Okay, aim for between 5 to 14 words, 20 maximum. And this is often the hardest part. Okay, pulling out all the stuff you don't need. But it will give you and those stakeholders and people looking a really clear understanding of what it is that you do. And also, it has to be useful. It needs to inform, it needs to help people focus, and it needs to be your guiding light. So it doesn't matter how short, clear, or cute the phrase is, if it fails to inform and it fails to help focus people, it will fail at guiding your team and any of the decisions that you make. So make sure it also informs, it helps you focus, and it is your guiding light. So here we go. Inside of your workbook, you will see I have put together a huge list of verbs. I want you to scan through these, resonate, breathe on them, sit with them, and I want you to choose 3 verbs from the list that give you the most excitement, inspire you the most. Now, if you're not happy with the words on the list, Google's your friend, and look for other verbs as well. But again, I don't want you to get stuck in procrastination and perfectionism and not move forward. Remember, nothing is set in stone. I want you to choose 3 verbs. The next step is I want you to write down the 3 most meaningful, powerful and exciting verbs that you like, and then write a sentence or two about each of the individual verbs and how do they make you feel when you look at them? What is there anything that has surprised you about them? Then what you will do is look at those core values that you have already done in the previous activity. So you will already know what you want to teach and represent to the world, what concepts or principles you're willing to die for, and you will list out those core values as well. Then finally, you're going to identify your tribe, your people. I want you to be clear on who it is that you serve. Who do you want to be around? Who inspires you? Who do you want to inspire? Who do you learn from? And who are you affected by? Now, when you look at these people and these different tribes, who do you most want to impact in the world? Who do you most want to influence? Who do you want to hang around with, and why? Now, once we have our 3 verbs, which in this formula is V3, and your core values, which is CV, and your tribe, which is T, I've written a formula here for you to write your mission statement. Now, this is just your first draft. Once you've done that, I want you to then wordsmith it. You'll see in the workbook, I've given you plenty of room to wordsmith. I want you to strive for really great clarity, impact, and ensure that it meets those 3 guidelines that we discussed. All right, so this is your mission statement. You will then download the Canva template and complete. You'll see a little link at the bottom of the workbook. Click on that, download it, submit your mission statement to claim your badge, which will be coming, and you'll do that inside of the library. So there we go. That is your mission statement. Now, once you create this mission statement, you're going to have so much more clarity. It's going to help be your guiding light in your business. And I can't wait for you to start sharing your mission statement inside the group so we can all champion and support each other, and make sure you also write on other people's posts and champion and support them as well. All right, back to the VIPs. Here we come. All right, guys. Hey VIPs, I'm looking for some key learnings, and for those out there in live streaming land, please feel free also to share what was one of your key learnings as well. So who would like to be the first VIP to share? And you can also chat in the comments as well. Trisha. Oh, Trisha's clapping. Thank you, Trisha. Hey,
I
Trisha.
did actually want to make a comment. I couldn't find my hands.
That's okay.
Raised. Sorry. The grade 8 language, that was really good. And I've just had a conversation with Kat about the app, and she's come back with Hemingway. Right?
Hemingway. I said the wrong app. Yes, I did. Kat, can you please remind me to cut that section out of the video? Can you write that down and remind me later on when we send it off to edit? Yes, sorry, it's Hemingway. You copy and paste the words in and it actually lets you know. It's great when you're doing marketing copy as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, and when you're doing marketing copy, you want to write like a 5th grader as well. The more grey matter that they've got to use, the harder it is to understand. So you want them not to have to think too much. So using, like, I always call them flowery words. It's those people that have been through uni and really good at writing. Always feel like they've got to be all grammatically correct and all this great writing. You should write like you speak in your marketing copy. But yeah, that's a lesson for the list building stuff that we're going to be doing. But yeah, that's great. I love that key takeaway there. Hemingway, thank you, Kat, for correcting me. And I have to remember to cut and find that bit and cut it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who else in the VIPs would like to add anything? And if you're in live streaming land, please also share. Oh, look, we've got somebody jumping on in. They thought they missed it. Yeah. That's okay. Yes, the time has changed slightly. It has changed slightly. So welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. All right, next is who else in our VIPs is willing to share a key takeaway? Everyone's being very quiet. Usually we've got a very chatty group in the VIP room, but very, very quiet today. Am I going to have to pull somebody out or at least chat? I know Karen's in the background. She always used to add something to the conversation. Why don't you come in, Karen, and share a key takeaway? Maybe, or maybe she's stalking in the background and got other things going on. All right. Well, guys, don't be shy. Yes. Okay. Jackie, go for it, honey.
Can you say again that nothing's carved in stone? Because I'm one of those perfectionist people, and I can get a headache, from things, some simple things.
Yeah.
The complicated stuff, I'll work with it for days, but simple things escape me. So, and I'm willing to learn and grow through that. But sometimes, I'll get bogged down with detail.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I can go through, I'll share something, I can go through like in Canva, I can go through and make the cutest little thing, and then I'll go, oh, well, and I go after the shiny ball, as you say. So, just trying to stay focused. I think it's going to be one of my challenges.
Well, ask yourself, set timers. So this is one thing that I do to help me keep moving forward is to set a timer so that you don't get stuck in procrastination. First off, go with your gut. And this is where you just write what you feel and you just keep writing and writing and there is no wrong answer here, right? There is absolutely no wrong answer. Go with your gut and set a timer. And at the end of it, just go with whatever's there. Okay. See, what will happen is over probably the first few months of living with these values and sitting within these values, you'll start to say, yep, that totally resonates with me, or I want to slightly tweak. I would say at my brand values, I probably tweaked them on and off for the first 12 months. And now they just are what they are. But also I know that if I just sat there for 12 months just doing this and this alone, I wouldn't be making any money. So also ask yourself, is this an income producing activity? Now, these are things that you want to do because your brand is super important to, the decisions that you make and how you feel as you scale and grow your business. But also it's not generating revenue. Okay, if you just show up and help people, whether you use blue or pink, it's not going to, those things aren't going to be the determining factor if somebody buys from you. Sales and marketing will. So what I want you to do is, one, go with your gut. If you're getting stuck, set a timer and then just be done. Just be done to be done. And know that perfection doesn't exist. What you want to do is feel the feels and do it anyway, right? You'll feel that awkwardness of leaving it and walking away, but leave it and walk away. I have tunnel vision when I'm working on something, and I will, I'll give you an example. When I'm gardening, okay, I want every weed in that entire garden bed pulled. Every little tiny weed, and I will stay there. My body will be hurting. I will be aching, but I will keep going because I want to get to the end. My husband will stop me before the end and make me walk away because he knows I get tunnel vision, and I will be like, I can't. Well, I can. It's easy. Yeah. Walk away. Yet I feel funny and awkward and silly leaving it because in my brain, I'm like, I've got to finish it. But he's noticed that about me, and then I can't walk the next day. And he's noticed that about me. And then I realize, using my emotional intelligence, that that's somewhere I get stuck. And I need to feel those awkward feelings and just walk away. It's okay. All right. Hopefully that's a little helpful for you.
It is. Thanks.
You're welcome, lovely. All right. Let's move into our final lesson for today. And it is your vision statement. I've got to go back to the right. I should be using my Stream Deck buttons, but I'm using the ones up here. Oh, this is going to be a bit of an edit at the end. All right. So far, we've created your core values, your mission statement, or you're still working on them and, sleeping on them and dreaming about them, nothing's set in stone. But we're now going to move into that big, bright vision that you have for your business, what you see for your business, what you want to achieve in the next 10 years. What changes do you want to make to the human race, to the planet? So let's dig in to writing your vision statement. All right, let's go to the right keynote. Pip means picture in picture. That's what this is. I've got to be in the right section of my PowerPoint. So here we are. We're going to get ready to write your vision statement like we did in the previous lessons. We're going to first look at its definition, what it's about, why we need it, and then we're going to get stuck into the action taking, baby, and get that shit done. So let's dig in. Oh, I keep forgetting that the next one has the same pip. So your vision statement, this is what your company aspires to be, which is much different than your company's mission, which is the doing. So when done right, your vision statement can help you drive the decisions that you make and the goals that you have for your company. And we'll change to this pip. And we change to this slide. So what is a vision statement? Well, a vision statement describes where your business aspires to be on achieving the mission, right? So once you've done the mission, where are you going to be? So this statement will reveal to you the where of your business, but not just where your business seeks to be, but rather the vision statement that describes where the company wants a community or the world or a big result that you want to achieve with your business. Ideally, your business statement, your vision statement should be a dream. The thing you really, really want more than anything. And when written in ordinary, everyday language, it's still very meaningful to you, to your customers, and to your staff. And it will also, I want you to avoid all of that jargon and, all of those flowery words. So your vision is your dream. It's what you believe and the ideal conditions that you want to create. That is how things should look if you solve that issue, if you fix that problem. And it might be what you want to teach others to be and how they will be successful at the end of it. Or maybe it's a community of people that you want to be treated as equal, regardless of maybe their gender or their racial background. Or even maybe you want to create a world free of chemical foods. So what is that bigger dream that you inspire to create or aspire to create for your business? Now, whatever that dream is, you want to articulate it very succinctly and clear. And this vision statement, again, it will change over time. The more you work with your customers, the more you work with your clients, the more you'll find exactly where you love to be and what you love to do. So this short phrase or sentence will convey your current hopes for the future of your community or the people you work with. Now, developing your vision statement, it will help you to clarify your beliefs and also the governing principles, and that could be for your employees as well as for that greater community. And also it is an external tool and an internal tool that will help to align both your team and your company's goals. Now, your vision statement should be viewed as a living document. It will be revisited. It will be revised. But most importantly, it should speak directly to your employees and then the larger group. But I want you, don't be afraid to dream big. Or as my husband's grandmother says, don't dream big, love. Dream huge. All right. I want you to gather all the information down. I want you to write it out, but don't worry about the practicality for now. What you want to initially look for is what is the impossible? What could you achieve down the road if everything aligns, the technology, the transformation, all the things that you do? Work on shaping your vision around this statement that reflects the specific nature of your business and its aspirations. Okay, so let's now talk about what should be in your vision statement. First, I want you to think well into the future. I want you to think what would happen if I did all the things and all the people I worked with did all the things. What would the future of the world or the community or the people that I help, what would it look like in 5 to 10 years' time? I want it to be broad enough to include a diverse variety of people. I want you to reflect your uniqueness of your business. I want you to infuse it with passion so that it inspires and uplifts everybody who's involved. Dream big. Okay, dream big and focus on all the stars aligning and you being successful. But I also want you to write it in present tense. And you're going to be clear, concise, and jargon-free. And you'll align it with your business values and your goals. And be prepared to commit time and resources to the vision you establish. Okay? So it's easy to communicate also to your employees. And here's a tip. I always say when you're creating your vision statement, think it needs to be short enough to fit on a t-shirt. And if you've done the Canva Made Easy challenge, create a t-shirt with your vision statement on it. Maybe it's a world free of poverty. Wouldn't that be amazing, right? All right, so inspirations from other successful companies. I'm going to give you a few different examples of vision statements. So this is a short statement where they're only just using a really short amount of words. So the first one here is Disney. To make people happy, right? How good is that? Oxfam, a world without poverty. Or IKEA, to create a better day life for many people. Or Google, to provide access to the world's information in one click. See, no jargon here. Really simple, matter of fact, to the point and short. So the next one I want to show you is quantitative statements. So these are based on numbers or quantities. So Microsoft empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. Or Nike, bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Now, if you're choosing quantitative, you want a number associated with it. Now, qualitative is a statement based on qualities that you want to achieve. So Ford, people working together in a lean global enterprise to make people's lives better through automotive and mobility leadership. Or Avon, to be the company that best understands and satisfies the product, service, and self-fulfillment needs of every woman globally. Or Southwest Airlines, to become the world's most loved, most flown, and most profitable airline. All right, the next one is a competitor-based statement. So this is, it's less common, but I've got some famous examples here for you. So Honda in the 1970s, we will destroy Yamaha. Or Nike in the 1960s, they're going to crush Adidas or Adidas, depends on where you are in the world. Or Philip Morris in the 1950s to knock off RJR as the #1 tobacco company in the world. Now, we're not doing tobacco, right? Mm-hmm. Now, these next ones are a role model statement. So do you have some business or person you aspire to be? So Stanford Universities says to become the Harvard of the West. Or Reach for Success, to become the next Tony Robbins in self-development. And finally, we have here internal transformation vision statements. So these are internally for Apple to produce high quality, low cost, easy to use products that incorporate high technology for the individual. Or Tesla to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. And Sony to be the company that inspires and fulfills your curiosity. And finally, Facebook to give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected. Now, remember, this is not set in stone. However, let's make it, all right? And let's make it happen. What I want you to do is ensure that it's inspirational. It's about your goals, what you want to achieve. It's your vision. Sorry, aspirational, inspirational. So it provides a life and direction for your everyday work. And it's motivational. So it's the reason for getting up in the morning. It's the reason for doing what it is that you do. So here we go. Next is your task, your actionable thing that you are going to do. So the worst thing, the only thing worse than being blind is seeing but not having vision. So let's create your vision and dream big. No, dream huge. So your vision statement definition is a short phrase describing the future, and it's what you're working towards. It's the final destination. It's the desired end state. And this is how your vision statement differs from your mission statement. So the mission statement is, and the vision statements are complementary and unique. Okay, so the mission is the present tense. It's the now. It describes what you do and who you do it for and what the benefits are. And the vision is that future objective, even though we write it in the present tense, it's that future objective, a description of the future that you are ultimately working towards. So I've got a little example down the bottom there for you. So Oxfam, to create lasting solutions to poverty, hunger, and social injustice. And their greater vision is to have a world without poverty. How amazing, right? So that's what they're doing right now and their vision for the future. So let's now go into your guidelines. Again, we've got some pretty simple guidelines here. Guideline is clear, easy to understand, simple, concrete language, no flowery words. 8th grader reading level, 10th level max. You can jump in and use Hemingway app. And avoid all those buzzwords and jargon and, as I like to call them, flowery words. I want it to be concise and short and to the point, and I've done it again. I've left the H out. Where is that H gone on my keyboard? Imperfect action at its best. Concise, short, and to the point. 5 to 14 words, 20 max. Avoid 12 words and 4-syllable words, and no more like stringing flowery words together, okay? So, A and B and C. So if you were going to say it's fun, it's exciting, and motivational, you don't go on and on and on and on with all of the, inspirational words all strung together. No more than 3 in a row. Next, we will then, I want you to do your brainstorming session again, and I want you again to start in the conscious mind, allow yourself to brainstorm so that you can enter the unconscious mind, the deeper want and need that you have for why it is you do what it is that you do. So while you're doing this, I want you to write about, what do you want your business to look like? Its culture, its ethos, its mood. Where are we going? What words or phrases depict where your business is headed? What is the end goal that you want? And what do you want the whole world or the community that you're helping to look like when the entire problem has been solved? Next, you can also put this in. You don't have to, but do you want to self-impose a timeline on this. This, if you're going to do this, make sure that it's realistic, okay? You want to create urgency, but it can be super awkward if you don't actually achieve it. So if it is within 5 years you want to achieve, insert the thing you want to achieve, make sure that you know that it's something that can be achieved. You know, ending world poverty in the next 2 years is definitely unachievable. Okay, now the next thing is, if you were completely successful, what would this look like for you and for your customers? And here's the really fun thing, and I can't wait to see this. I want you to create a vision board, or I want you to collect images. Like, you could go down to the local doctor's surgery and ask them for any old magazines that they've got lying around even, and cut them out and physically paste them, or get onto Pinterest and start making a pin board about it. A physical board, and even printing images out and pinning them over it, and like stepping back and looking at it. Now, this is a really fun activity, and it may also help later as you progress through a lot of the other branding that we're going to do moving forward through this training. Then what we're going to be doing is you're going to wordsmith, okay? You've now brainstormed each of these questions. I want you to now start to wordsmith, ensuring that you're looking at each of these things that you have to stick within. Clear and concise, simple, avoid buzzwords. No more than 5 to 14 words. Avoid buzzwords, 12-letter words, 4-syllable words, and no more than stringing 3 words together as well. So there we go. This is your assessment now to create your vision statement. Again, you will go and grab yourself the Canva template to put your vision statement on, and you'll submit it to claim your badge. Now, all of the students who are going through this course right now, you will be able to, you need to do all 3 of these activities before you can claim your badge for your core values, your mission, and your vision. But I still want you sharing your Canva templates throughout as you work your way through each of the training. Make sure you're still sharing each of those Canva templates. Then once you've got all 3, submit them for your badge. Now, the other thing I'm just going to add on the end here, this is for our challenge participants. You only need to do the mission as part of that. It is in your workbook to do the mission to claim your challenge badge. All of our VIPs and all of our founding students will actually be doing all of the training. This was not actually going to be recorded live. I was going to pre-record this because it's actually part of the larger course. It's a lot more in depth than what I would normally do in a challenge. Okay, we don't normally give huge activities like this in a challenge, but because this is a course recording, I couldn't create the course without this, and I weighed up, do I do it live? Do I do it pre-recorded? I'm like, you know what? Brand value, good karma, pay it forward. Everybody who joined the challenge now gets access to it until we remove it from the Facebook group. Pulled out my brand values to make that decision. And therefore, I am being solution driven. Why do it separately when I can do it all in this one sitting? Yes, I've been in here for nearly 2 hours recording. It's about an hour and 45 minutes of live recording, but I've now just created 4 lessons and loads of other things I need to pull out and edit. I made lots of mistakes along the way. So you're very, very lucky to experience this firsthand. Now, the other thing I just wanted to share with you was about that VIP upgrade. At the moment, you can get access to the VIP upgrade. It will allow you to get lifetime access to all of the recordings. Plus, also, you'll be able to come into the Zoom room with all the VIPs. And if you also can see, there'll be loads of extra lessons that we put into the finished course and additional workbooks. Already, we've got 3 additional workbooks and 3 additional lessons. And that's day 1. Once I finish this actual full entire program and course and getting people creating their full style guides and everything that goes along with it, we will be selling this program for $297. But at the moment, you can grab this price $47 for access to the VIP. So this will actually end at the end of next week. We will be removing the special offer to purchase this as a VIP. But if you want to grab it now, it's really simple. You just head to personalbrandingmadeeasy.com/fast. Once you get there, you will have the option to grab it, but once the countdown timer hits 0, it will disappear. So we're only after action takers, and I wanted to make it a no-brainer, right? The reason for this is, honestly, I wanted to make it a no-brainer, but also the people that I have inside of the VIP room, the ones that I'm speaking to, the ones that are actually literally helping us create this course, I need them to also be action takers, to say, hey, what I got in day one is worth more than $47. I'm ready to go and I'm ready to dive in. The challenge itself is only running for 4 weeks, but I'm actually recording this with all of the founding member students over a 6-week period. We'll only be streaming live in this group for 4 weeks, and then the last 2 weeks will actually be just with our founding students. So if you feel that you're an action taker, if you have been struggling to really get your brand out there, to really create a cohesive brand that you're solid in, it will also help you save time in the future, because you'll never ever get stuck in indecision when you're creating your content, when you're posting on social media, when you're making decisions. What color, what typography, what elements, what things am I going to do will all be based upon the entire branding that we do. What you're going to learn in this training is what my clients used to pay me over $10,000 to do for them individually. And that was before I did all of the, shop fronts and all the other things. This is a $10,000 package. Everything I would do with my clients is actually inside of this training, from vision, mission, core values, typography, colors, images, icons, branding style guides, all of the things, so many things. So if you feel that that is a value for $47, my business manager, my coach is like, you're crazy, Sally, you're crazy. Nobody does this. But I do. Good karma, baby. It's one of our brand values. All right, guys. So we are going to head to the VIP room, and if anyone's got any questions moving forward before we go dark, baby, and we go all private, do we have anything anyone would like to share? I would love everybody in the VIP room to at least get your tippy tap fingers out and type, what was your biggest aha moment in this training? And for those who actually want to speak, raise your little hand and unmute yourself. And for everybody out there who is currently watching live, I see all your little eyeballs on my screen right now. Tell me, what did you like best about day one? Lesson 1, like a pretty big day. Please let us know in the comments below. So who would like to be the first to comment? I've also got a couple of other people here saying, are these slides available someplace? No, just in the course for the students. Where are the Canva templates? So when you get your workbook, let me just show you. Actually, I'll do a little screen share and show you where the workbooks are. So down here, when you come in, so let's go to challenge 1. So when you're in challenge 1, you'll get the workbook and you'll download the workbook. And for those that are the founding students and the VIPs, each of the lessons that we will be breaking up all has a separate workbook for you. So it's so you'll download the workbook, and then in the workbook, right down the bottom, once you work your way through the workbook, you will find some buttons. So here it says download your Canva template. So you'll click on that, and it'll take you into Canva, and it'll say use this template. So you click use this template, and voila, you can come in here and you can type in here what your mission statement is. For those who are our founding students and our VIPs, you will actually have 3 of these that you will have access to. This is just for our challenge participants. those doing the training for free, I hope you're getting great value, good karma, pay it forward. I hope you go forth and be very successful. That is my goal of training for free and live. Awesome. So hopefully that's super helpful for you. Any other questions popping up? Let me have a look. Oh, I've moved too many things around on my screen now and I can't see the chat box. Where has it disappeared? Oh no, it's here somewhere hidden behind all of my things. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it's hiding underneath my Zoom window. No more live streaming, but VIPs. Who's ready to share their key takeaway? So I'm going to read out a couple, but anyone wants to raise their hand and speak, that would be awesome. So the first one I've got here is Rachel says, using grade level wording is huge. I love that. Laura says, done is better than perfect. Yes, get that shit done, baby. Robin says, keeping a copy of your values on your desk. Yes. Yes. Charlotte says, putting your mission statement on a t-shirt. Yes. I can't wait. Anyone who's done the Canva Made Easy training, I actually did a training on making a t-shirt in there. So I'm so excited to see you all make your t-shirt. Making your vision statement aspirational, inspirational, and motivational. Also, I've got here, Rachel says, I feel like I'm going to make my home screen a graphic of my core values as a grounding reminder. That is beautiful. Actually, I should do that too. Hey, we all learned something new. All right, VIPs, who's going to verbally share their key takeaway? Let's have a look. Trisha, I'm just going to call some people out.
It's okay. I did, sorry. Mine is that the values are not written in stone, that they are to evolve and that they should evolve as you grow and evolve.
Yeah, that's it. It's a living, breathing document. I love that. Who else do we have in the VIP room? Who else am I going to call out? I wonder if they'll come in. Deborah. How about you, Deborah?
Hi, Sally. Boy, having a compelling core values, mission statement, and vision statement, I can see how that would really get us moving forward with our business. Give us that reason to really get up and get going every day and start working on what we need to be working on, rather than just having it kind of be vague and kind of amorphous and not really knowing where to go with it.
Yeah, I love that. So good. Great call there, because, we get so into the day-to-day working in our business. And there are times, like, literally, I'm like, do I just throw in the towel, take my winnings and run?
I'm so glad you have it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But then, looking at remembering your why, that's what it is. It's your why. It's your reason for waking up and getting out of bed in the morning. It's what keeps us going when, we're wasting the day watching Netflix because I don't want to think for the day. But it stops us from, doing Netflix for a month. Maybe a day is okay. But yeah, love that. Who else is going to share with us? One more live sharer. June, I see you've got your camera on. Hopefully you will let us know what your key takeaway was.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi. When you were talking about the vision, I had my own vision as when you're putting it together, as setting the goals. Like, I could already see the goals and my clients, how many clients I want to achieve in 6 months, 1 year, and already starting to envision that. So yeah.
Wow. I love that. Yeah, it's amazing. This is where you start thinking from that conscious mind into the unconscious mind too, where once you start doing those brainstorming sessions and just let it go. There is no wrong answer. Just start writing. At the beginning, when you all start writing, it's very conscious, all the things, but eventually it becomes really aspirational and it becomes more than you. It becomes more about everybody else and not about your business any longer. The more and more you write, it's about transforming lives and changing the world. I mean, this exercise, I've done it a few times over the years, and it gives you goosebumps. right? When you write your vision statement, it should give you a frog in the throat, give you goosebumps. That means you're dreaming big enough. And I want everyone to dream big, huge. And, you know, if it doesn't pull at the heartstrings, maybe it's not quite big enough. So just consider that. Love that. All right, guys. Well, we're about to go dark into the VIP room now. So I've loved streaming out here with you all, and I will be back on Thursday at 10 a.m. for our next lesson. We're going to be working on your brand tone, voice, style, and value proposition. So that's going to be super fun. I really love this this lesson, and but remember, this is an evolving program. We are creating a course live, so there's lots of bloopers and mistakes and spelling mistakes, okay? You don't need to message me if you see spelling mistakes, because the PowerPoint presentation, it's done, all right? I am not redoing the PowerPoint presentation. If it's in the workbook, sure, let me know. I can fix that. But I am not redoing the PowerPoint presentation. Done is better than perfect. So imperfect action all the way. That's how I roll, baby. Anyway, for those that have joined us, thank you for getting your eyeballs on here. Whether you're live or on the replay, you've made it to the end. Good on you. Wow, you must really like this training to stick all the way through to the end. Make sure you do not leave without using your little tippy tap fingers and sharing below what you like best about the very first lesson. What did you expect when you joined this training compared to what you actually have received just with our first lesson? All right, guys, have a fabulous day, morning, evening, noon, or night. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. Mwah. And make sure you get at least one income-producing activity done each and every day. Bye, guys.